Apologies here for the camera quality. Wi-Fi here at RJ Reynolds not the best. We're going to do our best to continue the action here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul tip straight back, and that will be a strikeout. The start to 7th. That will bring up bottom lineup Braxton Tucker. Braxton Tucker up, bottom of the lineup. Lined right center field. Center fielder traveling after it, making a jumping catch for out number 2. A quick and loud second out will bring up top of the lineup for Joe Specht. Joe Specht trying to get things started. First pitch misses upstairs, ball 1. The 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Joe Specht over tonight has singled back in the first, grounded out in the second, flew out in the third, walked in the fifth, and now in the 7th, lined into left center. It's going to drop for a single. Will he race for 2? No, he'll hold it to a single. A long single into the left field line. That will bring up pinch hitter. That'll bring him pinch hitter 38. Working from the stretch, runner on first. A 2-out single. First offering here misses upstairs, ball 1. Once again, apologies here for the camera. I have it recording and will post a regular version once I get home tonight. A clean version tonight. This is downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Apologies here, do not have a name in the system. Runner in first, that being Joe Specht. 2-0 catches the top half of the zone. 2 balls and a strike. That would help. Two balls and a strike here for the number 2 batter. Pinch hitting for Julian Abreu. Swing and a miss brings the count back even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner in first with a small, decent-sized lead. Doesn't seem to be going. Pitch misses downstairs. Still on base for Joe Specht. Goes in standing. As I stand corrected. I'll put a runner on second. 2 outs. Chop foul down the third base side. Count falls 3-2.
Got it. Thank you, Gray.
Trying a new hotspot here, and everything should be back to working here next few moments. Ball bounces down on the dirt. A full count walk will put runners first and second for the three-hole batter, number 1 of Derek Martinez.
Batters number 1.
Should be back here and good to go for the remainder of the game. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Timeout by Derek Martinez as he comes out of the box. Once again, runners first and second. Derek Martinez trying to increase the lead here once again. Bounces down in the dirt, blocked by Cody Lee. One and 0 to the count here for Derek Martinez. The pitch. Fouled straight back. Runners on first and second being Joe Specht after a 2-out single. And a number 38 drawing a walk just a few moments ago. Called a strike on the inner half. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to stay alive, keeping this inning alive here in the 7th. Trying not to leave even more base runners on base. The 1-2. Swing on a missed, and that will do it here in the 7th. Heading into the top of the 8th. Turkeys up. 8-3. The pinch hitter taking over for Tyler Floyd back in the 6th, back up here in the 8th. First pitch fouled down the third base side, starts the inning off 0-1. Locklear remains on the mound for the Turkeys. Cole Strabuski swung on a miss on that one, 0-2.
Leading off number 22, Cole Strabuski.
Just misses the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once again, I will post the bit that has been missed as that's lined over the spect off the body of spect into shallow right field. A leadoff single for Cole Shabrowski. This will bring up Eric Harper. His fourth plate appearance here, and this one struck out swinging, and singled back in the sixth. Walker steps off back of the mound, resets after the reach on air by Floyd. First pitch catches the top half of the zone, no balls and a strike. Here against Eric Harper in the eighth. Turkey's trying to remain perfect here at home. 4 wins, no losses on home territory. The 0-1 swung on and missed, 0-2. The 0-2 just misses up and out. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As for the Turkeys, their next home game will be back on the 15th of June at Wake Forest University, not before having 3 away games, that being on the 8th against the Wampus Cats, Owls on the 10th, High Toms on the 11th, and at the Spinners on the 14th. That will retire Eric Harper on 4 pitches, and that will bring up the number 4 batter,
23,
Boston Torres. Bounces down in the third, 1-0. Torres moved over from left field to now pitching in the 6th, and so far now looking to be into the 8th. Runner in first, 1 out. The 1-0 pitch over the spect. He'll take it for a 6-3 putout double play. And that will retire the top of the 8th. Going into the home half, Turkeys up 8-3. Coming back here, home half of the 8th, set to start things off, is Dakota Doll in his 5th at bat.
26, Dakota Doll.
He struck out twice, once in the 1st, once in the 6th, and walked both in the 3rd and 4th. First pitch is fouled down the first base side into the dugout, 0-1. When was it? The last inning?
Last game. The last game. So you can cut out.
I don't think I have. I don't have last games. Because I didn't do that. Called strike 0-2. Thinking that's 3 from the A's. Home plate umpire says no. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 doesn't matter. He's upset. Sits you down, strike 3. Third strikeout for Dakota Doll, and that will bring up Thomas Bowman.
Next up, center fielder number 11, Thomas Bowman.
First pitch misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball gets away. 2 balls, no strikes.
That's what I said. Where do you want?
I got it.
Okay, I won't. I didn't.
2 balls, no strikes. The pitch fouled almost into the visiting dugout. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 misses up and out. 3-1 the count. Here for Thomas Bowman, trying to reach base for his 4th time tonight. Reached on an error, 2 walks, and a strikeout in the 4th. The 3-1 catches his own, full count. Bowman calls time, extending his at bat here, full count. This being his 3rd full count at bat. Walking in the 3rd, walking in the 6th. Will history repeat itself? Yes. 3rd full count walk for Thomas Bowman.
The batter's right fielder number 14, Jake Smith.
Game's starting to get a little late here. Almost 10 o'clock after a 6:30 start. Up now, Jacob Smith. Singled in the 2nd, tripled in the 3rd, walked in the 4th, flew out in the 6th. Runner on first, 1 out. Breaking pitch catches the top half of the zone. 1 ball and a strike. Man on the mound still is Boston Torres, who coming in from left field, now on the mound for his 2nd inning of work. 3rd inning of work, as he came in the 6th. The 1-1 just misses the inside corner. Fastball called a ball. 2 balls and a strike here against Jacob Smith. Runner goes. Fastball in the inner half, throwing down. Stands up safely. Stolen base for Thomas Bowman. 11th stolen base of the night thus far for the Turkeys. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Turkeys have had a lot of speed this year as that bounces in the dirt. Smith able to hold back. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Second full count offering in a row. Payoff pitch. Grounded right back up the middle. Going to be a tough play if he's able to get there. No, gets into center field. Gonna be a play at the plate as that throw is cut off by the first baseman. Turkey score 1. It's 9-3. That full count RBI single will bring up the 7-hole Boone Herman. Those back-to-back full count batters will bring up Boone Herman, who has walked twice, struck out in the 4th, and then doubled back in the 6th. Once again, Boone Herman himself had a full count, 2 full count at bats, dating back to the 3rd and 4th, walking and striking out. Coaches coming out, gonna take a quick timeout. On the other side of this, we'll continue home half of inning number 8. Pitching change here in this one brings us Chris Lee, who started in right, moved over to left, now on the mound as Chris Lee, the senior from Garner Robbins, Georgia, attending Greensboro College. First pitch called a strike, 0-1. Facing a Boone Herman, who's walked twice, struck out, and doubled. Down in the dirt. Runner at.
Whoa, that's a live ball. That's a live ball. That's a live ball. What are you doing? Go get it.
Ball down in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. Runner on first, that being Jacob Smith, advances to second on the pass ball. We'll put umpire almost outside, touch it, decided against it as that is a live ball. So runner in second as that swung on and missed by Boone Herman. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball bounces down in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm not bad. I have it recorded. I'm not worried. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As that's popped up right center field. Center fielder underneath of it at the warning track. Runner will advance to third. Doesn't have to get down, but Boone Herman is upset at that. That will put a runner on third with 2 outs for Ryan Lee.
Pitch up again to number 27, Ryan Lee.
Ryan Lee centers one in the center field. That will score the 10th Disco Turkey run, making it 10-3 after a first pitch single in the shallow center field. This will bring up Blaze Johnson. First pitch called a strike, 0-1. Wasn't ready for that. Sacked fly in the second, struck out in the third, flied out in the fifth, and struck out swinging back in the seventh. Trying to continue it here. The 0-1 low and out, 1 ball and a strike. Both sides slowly starting to give up on this one. The 1-1. Down, just about gets away from the catcher. 2 balls and a strike. Blaze Johnson trying to look for his first base, not clearing this one. Trying to push it over to Braxton Tucker, the EH, batting 10th. Outside, 3-1. Off top of the lineup, Joe Speck's able to get to the box that is this inning. It'll be a 6 at bat night for the top of the lineup, Joe Specht. Line to right field, has a chance. Right fielder at the wall. It is gone! A 2-run home run will make the Turkeys have a 12-3 lead here in the 8th. Just like that, the Turkeys are now ahead 12-3 in the 8th inning. Up at the dish now, Braxton Tucker, the EH. Both sides now quiet. Turkeys alone 10 hits tonight on 12 runs. First offering swung on a miss, 0-1. Blown it right by him.
The extra hitter, number 36.
Turkeys need 1 more run to be run ruled. Ground, third base, gonna be a tough play. Throw in plenty of time, gets away from the first baseman. Runner will come right back to first after that error by the third baseman, Fogg. That will bring up top of the lineup Joe Specht for his 6th at bat of the game. Joe Specht had 2 singles, grounded out the second, flew out to left, and walked. What a mouthful. Runner goes. Unneeded stolen base here, but a stolen base nonetheless. 1 run's a run rule. Fastball catches the outside corner. A ball and a strike.
Mm-hmm.
1 ball, 1 strike, a runner on second. That being Braxton Tucker. Runner takes off for third. Throw. Gets into left field, and that looks like it will do it. Runner comes home. That will be the 13th run. Turkeys win it in walk-off fashion. Final score 13-3.
Our final score, your Disco Turkeys 13, the Concord Athletics 3.
As for the Turkeys,
Disco Turkeys on the road.
I'm going to take a quick look around
The next 3 days
the box score. Turkeys had 50 at-bats.
Next game scheduled
50 plate appearances, 34 different at-bats, scoring 13 runs on 10 hits, 2 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, 17 total bases. Turkeys were walked 13 times while being hit twice. They struck out 9 times while leaving 14 runners on base. Ended the night with 13 stolen bases. The team batting average for tonight, a amazing .294. On base percentage, .500. As for the opposing side, 34 plate appearances, 30 at-bats, 3 runs on 3 hits, 4 walks. They struck out 13 times, had 2 stolen bases, while only leaving 7 on base. Their team batting average tonight was a lonely 1%. That will do it for us in this one. Final score, Disco Turkeys 13, A's 3. Next game will be back on Saturday the 15th, being a doubleheader at Wake Forest University. Thank you for tuning in to Disco Turkey Network.